Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a fun looking puzzle in front of us. It's called Street Bike by Riffclown, and we've got some given digits, which is unusual, but this is supposed to be just a fun little puzzle to do. Kind of wanting an easier bit of puzzle today just to get things going, get my brain juices flowing, if you will, but this is supposed to be one of those. Anyway, let's jump into the rules. It's a pretty cool looking puzzle, actually. It does look like a bike, which I kind of like. I wish my bike was actually up and running these days, but it's been a little while since that's been happening. But anyway, let's look at the rules, see what's going on here, because there's fairly standard rules here, but normal Sudoku rules. So every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 through 9 once each. We've got thermos, so digits on gray thermos must increase from bulb to tip. So take any of these guys you like. This is the bulb, this is the tip. This will be the lowest digit, and then they will increase until they get to this point in some fashion. And then we have killer cage. So digits may not repeat within a cage, and as you can see, there is no given value. I think you can probably understand why that is, but this is going to be probably using this cage to get us into how some of these thermos work. So we can't repeat digits within this cage. That's the main thing. And that's it. So with that said, let's just jump into this one. Links in the description below. And let's have a little bit of fun today. All right, where are we going to start? Now, the first thing, obviously, is that this is the digits 1 through 9. Now, there's a couple of, well, I guess there's not really a ton to say there in terms of any givens, because we have, if you think about 1s and 9s are things that we could clearly limit. Well, none of these can be 1s, but any of those 3 could be, and none of those can be 9s, but I keep hitting the wrong button. You can't see that what's happening, but a window keeps popping in front of face. So that's not really going to tell us too much. Maybe we need to start with these givens and see what we can see. And if there's something we can get out of any of this, and then if not, we'll move on to start putting in our options for our thermo and then going from there. And that looks like that's the case at this moment. So let's start thinking about these thermos and maybe start putting in options and seeing what happens. I'm going to start here actually, because it has this, the handlebars here look like they have some interesting properties that might occur. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we can go up quite a way. We should probably just start from the back side here and see what comes of that. 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, so we can keep going down a little ways here. 4, 3, 2. Okay, so the 6 is the lowest we can go here. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6 is the lowest we can go here as well. Now, 9, 8, well, 9, 6, 4. Okay, let's think about this point here. What can it can't be? Well, it can't be 1 or 2. So it could be a 3, could be a 4. It can't be 5, can't be 7. It could be 6. Can't be 8, and can't be 9. So we're looking at 3, 4, or 6. So this can never be a 5, because you'd never be able to get from it to there. So this is kind of the in-betweener, not 6, between those guys. Now, what's the gap here we can work with? Because these can be 4, 6, and that's it, really. Because again, it has to be higher than 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 can't be 5, 7, 8, or 9. This is the same thing now, but it could be a 7 though. So 4, 6, and 7 are all possibilities there. Now, what is that going to tell us? One of these will be a 2, first off. And not a ton there. We might have to start digging into some of these other guys a little bit. Particularly maybe these 2, and see what kind of correlation we get inside this cage. So let's go here. What are we? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I guess we could go up 2 5s, and we'll put these in, and then we'll start removing the options as we go. Now, this may not prove to have any serious value, but we're going to give it a look-see. Now, of course, you can't be 5 or 8. You can't be 7. Because once we start putting things in, we might be forcing values. Yeah, that was the easier way to think about it. Actually, in this early region, where does a 9 go? I should have kind of gone through that because there's so much going on in here. But this is a 9 because it can't go anywhere else, which means this isn't anymore. Okay, that's going to start to pare away this guy a little bit. And also, where does the 1 go in here? This is our 1. Now, that doesn't really have much impact here, but there are a couple of digits at least that we can put in. All right, let's think now. There's a possibility of 2 places for the 2. 3, well, 2 places for an 8. And that might be the extent of that type of... yeah, I don't know that we know too much more about this guy. Okay. Anything else that's really now being set into place with where some certain values can go? Again, like 1s and 9s are the most restrictive. Don't really see a ton there right now. Trying to see if we had any X-wings or anything. Let's try doing a quick look at those 9s and then see if anything comes out of them. So we're going to remove quite a few things. None of those, and of course none of these. Not really, yet again. So, but what about the 2s now? Let's use what we have and what we've been given. Now, previously we could have put 2s in these positions, but now we can't because this 1 sees both of these. So this is the only place the 2 can go, which removes you as the 2. Now, do we have something similar we can work with? I was going to say with the 8s, but the answer is no, because either one of these could be an 8, because either one of these 2 could be a 9. So that's not necessarily getting us there. 3, not necessarily either. Well, we can't limit this guy. We can limit you to not being a 3, because this can't be 1 or 2, but this could be a 3. So there's 3 options on 3 at the moment. Let's go back into this, because I just noticed we have, because this one couldn't be a 2, this now can't be a 3, 4, or 5. Did we have any impact on this guy? Yeah, this can't be 7, 6, 5, or 4. So we are starting to cut those down now. But it's still the 3 is left into one of these 2 at the moment. And the 8's in one of those 3 at the moment. Okay. Is there anything else we can decipher from this guy? At least in this middle section. I don't think so. What about what's left on our cage? 3s, 4s, 5s. Oh wait, these can't be 5s. I'm just staring at it right there. No 5s, any of those. That's not a 5, that's not a 5. So one of these 2 is a 5, which means you're not. Which means more reduction here. Now, can this guy actually ever be a 5? 4, 3, 1 is possible. So we can't quite reduce that guy. We have a 4, 6, 7 triple in this cage, though. So these are not 4s and 6. What are these guys in general? They are 3, 5, and 8. So let's put those in. You, of course, are not 5. You can't be 3, because 2, 1. 3, 1. 5 could work here, like we said. So yeah, those are a 3, 5, 8 triple. These are a 4, 6, 7 triple. Actually, one of these two has to be the 4. That's what we need to get the 3, 2, 1. That's going to set the 5 and the 8 and the 3 and the 8. Good. Now we're getting somewhere. A little bit of a stick there, but this is not 4. This is not 5 or 6. This is not 6. This is not 5. You guys... This can't be a 6, actually, because if it is, this is a 7. Well, then what do you put here? They're all in the same region. So this is, or we could just look at the 6, 7 pair. This is the 4. Okay. Do we have any correlations back to? Let's look at these guys first, because we still need 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, this can't be 5 or 8. 7, 8, 9. This one is then the 5 for this region. This is a 6, 7, so this is the 8. This is the 9. Okay. We're slowly working our way through these, but we're getting there. Okay. What other restrictions now do we have? 4, 6s, and 7s. You guys could be either way now. Do we have to check back in our Sudoku, or do we need to jump onto one of the other Thermos? Do a quick Sudoku check just in case. 3. One of these is a 3 and it's not you, because we can't put 2, 1. Again, I don't know how helpful that is at the moment. This 4, 6 says you can't be a 6. So you are 3 or 4. Is there any other groupings like that there? No, I don't think so. Okay, let's go back to this real quick, because there's not a lot here, but hello. Let's try to... one of these is a 5, so one of these is a 5. Again, I don't know how helpful that is, but probably a little bit of reduction down there. 7s, let's go. No. 8s. One of those two will be an 8. Okay, there we go. So we do have a little bit of Sudoku. We can do 8 and 5. Now, none of those can be 8s, and that can't be an 8, so that is. None of these can be 8s, so one of these two is. Don't think we can remove an 8 from this guy. So we do have the X-wing of 8s left over. Let's do a quick check on our 9s. Okay, we can do the 9. This is a 9, or we can do one of them at least. And one of these two will be, which means this one is, which means one of these two is. So we do have a little bit here. Oh, that 9 removes this 9, which actually says this is 9. Now, none of those, so one of those two will be a 9. Okay, we got a little bit of information there. Now, what do we use with it? This 5, what can this be? Well, it has to be higher than 5, and it can't be 7, 8, or 9, so it's 6, which is going to give us our 4, 3. You're not 4. You can't be 6 anymore. Did the 6s or 7s look down here? No, they did not. That's a 6, 7 pair there, though, so let's look over here. 4 and 1. So this is the 4. This is the 1. That 4 says this is 1 or 2, and it has to be 1 because it can't be 2, so you are 2. Perfect. What about these 3? I know we have some options, but because of what's going on in these thermos, we can do some restrictions, I'm sure. 2, 3, 6, and 7. You're not 6 or 7. You're not 2 or 3, so that is a 6, 7 pair. That's what we're trying to find, I guess. This is the other 6 or 7. These guys are going to be given, so we might be able to work something on this thermo. 1, 4, and 2. I think those could be anything. 6. Yeah, it looks like it could be. All right. Do we have anything maybe in one of these columns we can work with? Like, what are these 2 digits? They have to be from 4, 5, and 7. This can never be 7. This could be any of those options. This is 4, 5, or 7 as well. I guess we can just put it in to have it there. Now that didn't actually tell us anything either. Okay. Thermos, do we need to get onto this guy? Do we need to get into here? This guy seems like he might be more useful to us. Because we have a lot of, well, not a lot of stuff, but we have a few things crossing over. 3, 6, and that's it that it can be. If we think about all these restrictions. So, 6, it can't be 6, because we'd have to do 7 with either an 8 or a 9, but we can't do them. So this is not the 6, this is the 3. So there we can put our 2 and 3. Perfect. That 3 removes you as being a 3 and the 1 from here. And this can't be a 2 either, so it is a 4. 5. These are not 5s anymore, so this is good. And where's the next best place to look? What about you? Because again, it's being restricted fairly strictly. So it has to at least be a 6, and it has to be a 6, 7, because we don't have any other bullets out here. So this is 7. 6, 6, 7. That 7 says that. That 7 doesn't do anything there. That's a 6, 7. Okay. Let's see. What are these 2 now? They are 9 and 6. Yeah. Okay. 6 and 9. Do we want to get into these guys? Let's think about them. We need a 1, so it goes up there somewhere. We need a 1 and a 3 on this thing. So these are the 1-3 pair, which means this is the 2. Now these are a 5-9. We can just do that, which puts our 5 here. And then these 2 are going to be 4 and 2. We can do that one. 4, 2. Now, do we have any crossover on any of this we can work with? Doesn't quite look like it. Okay. Let's try to work on this thermo then. Let's start here. Can't be 1, can't be 2, can't be 3, can't be 4, can't be 5 or 6. So it's either 7 or 8. Not the greatest. What about you? Not 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So it's going to be a high-ish digit, which is going to tell us what this is. But let's put these in first real quick. It'd be very easy. It is a 6, right? Yeah, it can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, or 9. So it is 6, which means 7 and 8. You can go away then. The 7 says 4. This 7 says 8. Those don't quite cross over. I'm sure we can just jump into Sudoku, but I'm going to do some of these other rows and columns here. This is a 1, this is a 3, this is a 4. These have to be what? 3 and 7? Okay. All right, we'll move this guy and we'll move on to the next section. I guess we can just go over here. One of these things is going to eventually tell us what these guys are. So these have to be a 1-7 pair as well. Well, it's not as well, I guess. I thought it was 3-7. I said over there. What are you guys? 3 and 6. That we can do. That's going to... Oh, I thought that was lining up. It didn't. That's a 3. What about you guys? 2, 4, 9. And we're going to have reductions, but it doesn't look like any of those are a given. We can do all of that. Oh, we can actually do something in this column. We have all of these digits. We have 1, 2, and 4 left over. Well, it has to be a 1. That's going to come back here and break all this stuff open. 6, 9, 6, 9, 6, 7, 9. I don't see it quite yet, but let's go back this way. This is not our 1. So there's our 2, 4 pair. This is not 4. This is not 2. 2, 4, 6, 7, 1, 2, 7, 9. Again, we know this is from 7 or 9. 1, 2, 7, 9. Yep, this is from 6, 7, or 9. It's just 7. Oh, sorry, 6, 9. All right, any of these guys that we can work with now? Let's see. Oh, we can just go back into our cage. I forgot about it completely. This is 7. That's what we needed to look at. 6, 6, 9, 7, 6, and 9. That's going to get 4, 2, 9, 4, 1, 2, 7, and 1. There we go. Yeah, like we thought. 340 solves in 4 days, about 20 minutes. Probably could have done quicker if I had just gotten my brain to start working a little quicker on this guy, but fun puzzle. Always fun puzzles. So, like I said, nice little appetizer there of puzzle. I really did enjoy, though, the visual of this thing, as well as the work of the cage and how it got things separated. So, very good puzzle. Really enjoyed it. Hope you all did as well, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.